what are what are the alt and tag functions? So nom is a parser combinator library. This means that what we have is a bunch of functions that we can combine to build a larger parser. So in this case, when we say tag here, switch over. When we say tag here, we're looking for the string forward in the input. And what alt does is it says there can be one of these. So it can be forward, it can be up, or it can be down. And alt takes basically a selection of potential parser combinators. So in this case, it's just one of 3 tags, but it could be any number of things. And then we pass the input. So this constructs for us another parser combinator, basically. It is the parser combinator that will parse one of tag forward or tag upward or down. And we apply that to the input. So we pass the input in as a function, as an argument. And this will either succeed or fail, which we're handling with the question mark. The question mark will return through this iResult type. It's the same kind of thing that you would expect in any other question mark usage. In which case, we also have the input and some stuff we're ignoring. Actually, we're ignoring that right now, right? We'll call that dir to pull out. So what we get back from these parser combinators is the rest of the input and the value we parsed out. So we take, each time we're doing this, we're shadowing the input variable. It's just kind of a convention to do this because you have to write it a bunch. So this is the full input right at the top. We pass the full input to this parser combinator. This parser combinator gives us the rest of the input and whatever it successfully parsed out, which we can then use to do something like this. So we're basically, it's going to be forward space, whatever, right? So I'm going to try to tag a space and I'm going to pass in the rest of the input. And that will give us the rest of the input and whatever it parsed out. In this case, it's a space, so we're not actually going to use it, which we can then pass the rest of the input into our I32 parser, which will give us the rest of the input, and then the thing it parsed out. So all said and done here,